Shim Ewomono, Nadiatenisa, Uyansha Posua, Ayadia, Yabadu Toronto, not just Toronto, no, and a came. Wayno, a Wednesday opener, 2026 FIFA World Cup, Ghana, on Group L, and your Womua, your first game against Panama, your England and Sampo near the Croatia, Abba Twas, and after Ghana, Ekobutu, US, and said, yeah, Yababe PM. Ewa menu eka say Toronto had a baya game on ebetumi abaso obeka ye ho enye kwose ya yenya Wolves eno mu eboya Carlos Cruz hu sampa nyama nyina ekoye dia ban so press nyina no eye fit obi eni ho a prabi atimi adokro no a ya hwe ani mu se enhya pro so official training session no ebetodwa ewo match venue BMO Field on Tuesday evening, not just an annual and a benya konya na fei yet me aye training over beer born and kasa but bono said the emra ema kwano na yanto asway timini konya no won himself Thomas Partey enya dia waka tim no ho no ena empanimfo gidi yesa ene anopa non kron ken ewo Ottawa and not just Canada time no Ghana time 2 p.m. and no and I'm no Cassadia idea court no bomodem na watumi afra some answer Ghana ejidi yesa kwania umufaso atwe patefa boso no nyadia nyama ekoyie eno nti court no momodem na fei we no ebeya limited number of days and uncle say edema pate ewom say tabo dan ranasa asam dan so yenyanka asam na even asam kwa yanka no krona ya di na asam so kra no wada so ti krono mu na how much more Canada sabe wo betwam be kakra bi na wako eno anu mu gina so a ene ya hwa animu so dan na court no ebetumi aka Honorable Kofi Adams and abusia confirm court hearing and no.
The court hearing is scheduled for tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Documentation and everything was filed, so the hearing will be tomorrow. We are very confident because the action that has been taken legally is on 3 fronts: asking for a review, asking for a certain restricted entry, and then also asking for a new application, completely new consideration. So on all fronts, at least if you don't get 2 or all 3, you will get at least 1, or you get 2 to give him the opportunity to be able to enter Canada, to join his colleagues and take part in what he does best. United States of America have admitted Thomas Partey. That is why today as we speak, he is in America. Are Americans not aware of the charges? The Americans previously, before this, withdrew his visa, 5-year visa. Yes, they withdrew it. But understanding that Thomas Partey was not entering America on just his own, but he is coming because they have decided to host an international competition, they reissued him a visa to enable him partake in this competition.
What's the way enya samua ya kanene na ya dia to baby o se pem kwa animu ni ehunu baby a ebeduru.
This is not a matter that we had left just hanging there. We're not going to abandon Thomas because he is our deputy captain of the senior national team. He has played very well for this country over the years. He took part in virtually every qualifiers, and so we're not going to abandon him at this moment, and we will be with him. So all diplomatic channels are being used to make sure that this matter is dealt with. We are also not just staying with the diplomatic channels. We are using other means to make sure that the rights of Thomas Partey, and by extension Ghana, to be fully represented by its best is not stopped by any means or by any other person, because we have made it very clear that Thomas Partey is not entering Canada for a private frolicking event. He is coming to Canada because Canada bidded to host an international competition. And
Asami Anya Sports and Recreation Nkwa Asam Foreign Minister so Asam Honorable Samuel Okujato Ablakwa ono so dina no atom san komodie omodi dibi underground said the beye na nkofa da afanumi anu amani anu nyina ntam no yensen no e wo pata asemi ho.
I can confirm to you that the government of Ghana continues to engage diplomatically with Canadian authorities. Only yesterday I held a telephone conversation with my counterparts.
Nim solo yanko yanim
26 lawyer
boss
bibia okay there
oh nyame adom say empire nyina ne say ade na Capo Verde mu ye no my kon Ghana tna nso bitima
okay
no empire
okay
Panama de anya hwe kra de nso Panama de World Cup anya hwe kra need to beat Panama.
Iran for complaints, and I think to a very large extent they are legitimate concerns. Iran and Los Angeles.
Yes.
Or more ball we na I'm in New Zealand about 2-2. Na FIFA 4 boys number say, do you know you have few minutes to leave here? Oh, I'm grabbing. You better recovery channel, you are going back to Tijuana. Until na FIFA president Vantino about dressing room. No, I said the other night, no. Was a moyena moko. Na Adam Bobo match biom no Masaba. In fact, almost say players no be breastfed young ones no.
Yes.
They are really devastated. Say na dey bonne pa na yen kwan ya boy we channel pack e be recovery. They come mpo. Na say Iran for the dey keka kon dey mu ayede. Omo pe kama for na FIFA no mbeka bia mo no kra na FIFA no so kra no
FIFA no kra no
wontimi nka hu say the referees the players ni ade ni na in any case reports are a free Canada ban say the Ghana for no omakwa kudu Toronto.
Yes.
Omadu Toronto ahead of our match tomorrow. Na could draw without Thomas Partey. Etna ye bo BMO field. But Partey so far they on count. And no na Ghana Minister for Sports and Recreation, Honorable Kofi Adams, or say there's a court hearing and Ghana for no any foreign minister near the normal contokwa buying and buying. Honorable Kuja Tomo na me the source one and a counterpart from Canada didn't come. I said, Demu ye na anwa modishe ba krumwa mosi ya kidnap no zedie ye no mo to keze kabo mu ama otiti mu kwe na afi na mo ye yen sanu nti minister say so mo ka asem ni wi a Partey will be on Zoom na lawyer na argue na ya hwese ne o mema kwa am na kwa na me ka se nka yentwa so e
Debbie
na as a discussion and concentration and focus no aye Partey going to Canada.
Yes.
We dey see em fan second bi as e ko board ni player ba ko nya knock but me kan da bi ni say da bi om de mra any Canada for no the AC ani pa Serbia bibia be coming well. He has assured Ghanaians that the government remains fully committed to resolving the challenges surrounding Partey's entry into Canada ahead of the Black Stars FIFA World Cup campaign. Ghana by say Partey on ko Canada hon ko ye nko gina new. Ye ne ye suma na na kusi anem Canada for is debi entias masisa. So the government of Ghana has elevated efforts to resolve the visa denial of Partey. Samuel Otuo-Acheampong has assured Ghanaians that the government remains fully committed to finding a solution and is engaging all relevant stakeholders to facilitate Partey's entry into Canada. Na baby a strike akra. The guy said, "Nanu ya Partey boss na Ghana for you." Mahe Obaye Hono Sanko Fon Najim Pa because they say they are Patini Patinias and Jaffe Patanko Bubia intimate. Nanu ya fear ya Tetia Kaza particular Obaye Hono as woman and ne woman tear jaw. But who said we wish Thomas all the best. Said they were Bibia na Bibia fan. Concern youth group. Yes, in go for be or boss. Na me kratan be way. Na me pebia he. Na my hand somewhere one more can because I don't get it. Yes. Who be all? Mini one. Some was one. No almost the same. Oh, there be Ocaso be a wine. So, what are Ocaso be a wine, dear, Mr. Mr. Wa. Me Casa home, Casa Hardjane, and yes, I know patch. Boss, me Casa is a barbas or me a wine. Boss, me Casa or me a wine because Sebi, no, dancing. No, Yang Kabi Mamin Kabi Amamon, you don't need to be a dancer to voice out boss issues. But maybe the American say, as someone is saying, a dear, I don't know better coming home because they say, so what's so many Timo? And you know, Kakra me taste and go for walking can. I was expecting them so. A be a team ya, baby, as I know more coming winter. Some said they can so Ashanti Gold Mono. Nanya crab is a samre. Other than that, I mean, who do you more party because you are so fortunate you have a Premier Division club. Yes. So, Tina may pick crap tiny biare. Na Ankayahu Asamoah or more air can. But what I say. All right, in the no, yeah, World Cup no so cost African teams are making us proud. Tunisia, you coach in I hear not never. The biggest story of the tournament has been Cape Verde. Yes. No, I'm a Taumachi papa. You cannot put finalists, Champions League finalists, and Premier League champion players on the bench and expect to win. Some are coming to the tournament with some winning mentality. Kofi Favaria Sociedad ne ho afo a afi yebobo kra ye hu om. To no na sem. Enti Barca de akeve don twema. Of Sociedad ne Barcelona players. Barcelona kra de say ye. So fa no am for bi de ye. Barcelona the offer ye. Come on, so champions. Champions. Na time one Merino mo buy who say di job on Lami Yama. Merino ni Lami Yama. One touchable 5. Why? Merino. Oba bonum. 70-something minutes. Oba bonum no. Oba when 20 seconds, no nya shot on target. Obama keep batting. Back with no Kobasha and Omumi and Ekona. Obi Dinamua when Nebi. Born a Muya Emuya did not so the Zubimendi, a big jam not directly affairs. Cuckoo the Bobo. No. Maza Cuckoo be an old player. Hey, Pacho, mother and of Massa, Chelsea and official. Cuckoo be an old player. After the Cuckoo Pengo and go for present. But when Rooney blast Spain coach Luis de la Fuente for a terrible game manager yesterday, benching Lami Yamal and Danny Olmo. Lami Yamal case, no dear. I'm saying injury related. When Rooney, when I'm saying you was also cancer from there. Okay, Coach Osama Sam says Egypt's history in Africa proved their quality, but past World Cup campaigns haven't reflected their true. Unim say Egypt. I'm winning a World Cup match. I count 8 matches in the World Cup. They've only won again. I'm about 7. They've not won again. Africa, 7 times champions. And you've not won a game. African and Islam club. Lionel Scaloni, Auxilio Messi has always been there for us and has always been fundamental. Now he will be even more important, and he looks in a great shape. Okay. Ball ura basi form. Ball ura obesi form. Ball ura obesi form. Ono na represent football. Ewo. Baby. The Sham Dismiss suggests that France are seeking revenge. And as of France and Senegal, that's 5 p.m. What a game. Yes, Brazil in Morocco, no. 7. Fine. Yes, Brazil in Morocco, no.
Yes.
No.
No, but
Africa for any idea, they need to reach and film. And this Crawford, Spain, Brazil, and France, you know, Nanya Panama. Also, we are Jumano Papa. Okay, Pap Thiaw struck confident but respectful tone ahead of a game against France. Tunisia for our point to heavy Renat as new coach of Omat Zaka. Check him out. Liverpool are pushing to sign Yan Diamonde as RB Leipzig demand in excess of 100 million. Yan Diamonde no ball left and right. So
Oko Leipzig I'm born from left.
Liverpool them talk about right.
I said direct replacement for Salah.
Okay. About right. All right, Mama, here I need Ravi matches of Bible. Heavy Rene. I just want to know, Kekena, my cancer be actually.
My wedding.
So, very depending games.
Was wedding.
So,
Wedding.
okay, so
Tunisia. Wedding, because Tima or tournament, I'll come for the Tunisia, we bought Japan. We bought Japan, 21st June. Now,
Dominance games against Japan.
Wasambo, Netherlands, 25th June.
Japan and Netherlands.
It's difficult, yes. Wasambo, Japan, Romania by Rabajo. We are Sambo against the Orange.
Over Bola, we my bond here. So far, Holland, we my bond there. Nadia, Husa. Omni Japan, Omni Japan, and extraordinary. It's okay. All right, yeah. If as a man, say,
almost all part of the key to also
I'm supported today. I didn't try.
Is he almost the favorite coach?
Oh, or the coach went in and out of Penasem, yes, sir.
Oh, I'm so Penasem.
Okay.
Is he for someone that's
and the bond? Ochina the expertise a man for a better and book creation. Chinagana Nibia or blast agency and wash. So, Embus one wabo. Aha, so I just say, it's Namuma Ghana for Yancy says a Ghana and Tardeno. Na yan tower with all that party because so much no. I'm more home dear Baba. Near my bed, hard in a
or something. Or trying number. No chronomo.
Oh, sound.
Manabel fast food.
Manabel fast food.
Yes,
it is a honor. Mokobo, Goyagana Bono. Oh, okay.
10 p.m. na panel discussion.
Oh, sound.
A boat panel no teaching.
Oh, okay.
That's why we need give me.
Oh, okay.
11 pepe. Na
yes, and go say by 9 or crano. Nanya me kosono de TV so. Na ye Manabel ho said the name MC call. Chronometer no.
Chronometer spark. Kudu chronometer station wa. Yeah, commentary. This time on the street with our
event a Mary's Park. A park so.
Park
so. A bay room crown.
Oh, 200 meters. Station or 200 meters.
Okay. Oh, quite Obunkuma and Nipa.
Yeah, commentary now. Last street in a down.
I commentary order.
Yeah, commentary base order. I comment to a community station. Station. I said we are Pragia Funijan. Road near Quasi to Mary.
Oh, okay.
Mary Park.
Oh, fine. On a Mary Park. To one a man for watching. Okay. To be Amra TV Kakraka. See your comment in each chagu. Okay. And it's not chronom ne. Chronoma boy here ne. Chronom Franco for Yinaka home. Dr. John Papra for Obiamra. Number BM Cassia, better the TV Sony Ade. All right, yeah, the Kanjan and Magic drinking water. We Oyerepa. Yes, World Cup sponsor. Oyerepa Nsu. Crojin. Sir, to lawyer, no doable. Until we the World Cup and some now fair court. Ya barber head ya keke hunina.
Transfers also cost.
Yeah, one has inside be.
Almost say and Ramiti we are cost na 2 defenders. I say Ruben Diaz $100. And Uko Dortmund so Branty and Nano she go ma Germany Mikkel Slotterbeck and also release clause A50 to have a fan. Man the for back and your reporter Eba Diamandis ya can Liverpool. Don't be so Diamandis. So transfer no interesting with World Cup no cost you. 80 and pay the boss player.
Reports Eba. And it's a party and a visa.
Yes, I trust how
we reports. But I will confirm that.
So report about what can report many for the man.
Somebody
that we can trust. How we can trust.
And the Abba. And me kwaban. Me kwakwe hwejuma. I'll say according to reports. Also, say according to reports. Party has been granted visa. And afina me cross checking and double checking at the Abba. So what I say. Ke kanina no was na dia come free us na for busa omo. But they say obi are near the Indiana source na sesan kakra. The basi aya club no so. Obi abebu ami aji league no wa anya aduma baba baba na wasema wo kan te wasema wo kan Zubimendi man of match of Masna Pate a Masna me am Champions League final Pate a Masna me any league or Ghana near we are bumpire man men fast man but Zubimendi one season he wins the league and plays the final of the Champions. That's some I can. Just some now can. What is the number of matches Zubimendi boy?
Enti anopay ye go from na and somewhere 80 adencheche and somewhere a boom from pa yadeni na ato ni nsem no so de e dosun de disefata se ohwe na tie na yede esumo ene anopay now ye live ewo Oyerepa Radio Oyerepa TV Ghana na mama nsase emfamfi Argentina fans nam amasu ya take over Kansas City Times Square idol a gamer one more eba edikan ewo World Cup num enti ebetwam Argentina fans na nyema amkoko duye na am INT fans nam ana ewo a uhwe bi ene anopay so far tournament snapshot no say that here on himself a matches amabodom a 15 goals scored a 39 average goals per match a 2.60 wins a 9 draw PMO a 6 clean sheet a 5 highest scoring match a Germany Curacao a 8 goals and a PMO memfan to jam set top scoring team Germany as 7 goals Sweden ahyɛ 5 goals, United States ahyɛ 4 goals, Mexico ahyɛ 2 goals, South Korea and some ɛtumi ahyɛ 2 goals. Best defense so far Mexico, Scotland, Australia, Ivory Coast, Germany. African teams record nom. I mean, fun to jam. Say African nations have made a strong start out 2026 FIFA World Cup. On say Morocco and Brazil about 1-1. Ivory Coast, Eshe, Ecuador, Ekabakwa, Woman Team Ante, Egypt and Belgium about 1-1. Quebec a draw with Spain, Nenel and Tunisia and some Elusu 5-1 to Sweden and South Africa Elusu 2-0 to Mexico. Way a Amayam Yenua, Amatimi Elusum, Ewo World Cup, Pronumti, Oba Bibrem Ha, combined African record nom, Yarene matches Nibi, nice 1, draw nom, Ayamian Sam, and Kugum, Ayamianum, and 8 goals scored and 10 conceded. And African teams are World Cup, and Yajomo and Komo, and then pay and then France and the Taranga Lions of Senegal and so Abebom na yade eno so now Maminko Rodrigo Cascante draw as Spain and Quebec enra na Nenelobia and Fabo Anto Nian Quatnam and Ochem sa enra almost starting game na amunim sa dia ombehia and sa ombe to omobuasi sanse Quebec forum by some ombe defende with their lives and quick counter obo say omuniem emra lamin and mi Camerino bam spaces kakra etimi by nemom the obeka and say yeniminos bia in football PM amudi way to my team now I'm prepare for the subsequent matches and what group num and no Rodrigo Cascante captain ama the Spanish national team Ninsamoa or de Atujam na Luis de la Fuente on Quebec national team after their shock draw and de Atujam or say Robacano Cray Ninginama and say matches like this who be at your papa say you want to be more not team no defend the team and Adjekra so Bob or see Enra not a difficult mom Quebec didn't try to play, they tried to destroy our team and Luis de la Fuente were confirming sir are you sure sir Lamin Yama and I Nico Williams the next games are one bomb our group one sharp players who are my home about me Akosro and Luis de la Fuente I say and Ebia about draw in the first game to one of them Sunday City in football Nanokra so Argentina coach World Cup the first game Saudi Arabia etimi Ashen one Rooney Akikambi at the Luis de la Fuente Emra woman Quebec Ebo Nenel or same Obia Emfa Subonum Emfa Emokoja or coach the Spanish national team Lamin Yama and Danny Omo Eche bench and also do now Senka Lamin Yama and Danny Omo about game Muntem Lamin Yama after the draw and I say I'm say a lot of chances Obia say team defend that is Quebec and I say Capo Verde I'm defend there now so spend for some yenya chances bia me feel say chances are e buy them and carry to atna na FIFA President Gianni Infantino and Ebo Iran national team no abaso onim se enra humbo 2-2 na FIFA penning for mukomwa wamo team nachon tentem awasam mufri kromwom etime eko mo time so ene adjat mo anya recovery kra masa nyadia sa America for etiase na omo sukoi enti FIFA President Gianni Infantino oko dressing room na on Iran national team kasaye eho ena obo mo abaso
رامین نظر راجع به بازی چیه؟ به نظر میسید اوایل بازی غافلگیر شدین.
آره بازی رو فکر کنم خیلی خوب شروع کردیم و هر گل
na Iran fans nom abusia na yenusio na abusiam omo tiatia omo kikambi ade ache amanfom enra na omo show omo flag o say gas so jam enti bi.
Look at them. They're not letting us to have our flags. This is the truth. This is the true Iranian flag, and look at them. Look at this FIFA. Look at the FIFA.
What is going on here?
They're taking us. They take us our flag. They said if we don't surround our flags, they will kick us out of the stadium.
Really?
Yes, of course.
So he's taking the flag now?
Yes, he's taking our flags. This is a true Iranian flag. Yes, this is a true Iranian flag, and they take us from us.
So tell me what happened. They came up to you and...
Yeah, of course they came up to us and said, if you don't surround your flags, we're gonna kick you out.
Really?
Yeah, of course.
Why is it important for you to bring the Lion and Sun pre-revolutionary flag?
Yeah, because this is...
Enti Iran Gary Chemsa Ambomo ebe ka Chemsa man fa flag na maya Masambe free and Tomeja am flag our Los Angeles from Ram na amutwe game no bie na abawa no edi atudwa medi tarami na edi atudwa se no kranie kwanya World Cup we amafa ahohihia mu no ya papa omu take some hours and some pom na womba bedum nei America kromo amu bo game no wie ya yesa se amu enko when no affect team no amu come na amako prepare ye for the next games yere sansam no eto anim and anopay I'm ready to go. Bukayo Saka asks questions about the fitness na omubusa Bukayo Saka sa ne ho te sai e say bonom obetimi abona I say I'm ready to go. Bukayo,
I don't want to say anything that obviously goes against the manager. What I would say is between Mikel and Arsenal medical team and Thomas and the England medical team since March, they've managed me amazingly and helped me get back on the pitch and do what I can for the team. And I'm feeling better than I felt in the...
I say pain yeah o feel better Kobe Manu say ono de ne football all bonyina ne role model and Luka Modric I say osuanom a onyini besi ne player debia otwanom aye Luka Modric or da Michael Carrick ase aye Michael Carrick and baya a man a chance ewo United team no nei ono so ewo national team camp Uruguay coach the day and Marcelo Bielsa I say Ronaldo as Saudi Pro League, you know, I see a buyer, a lot of players, as you at the Cristiano Ronaldo, and Tenra, says Saudi, and Uruguay, album 1-1, na extra, so come on, I say Obia, as you Cristiano Ronaldo, na Donis Georges, I Saudi Arabia coach, na in some to jump with draw, Amunyaye against Uruguay.
I think in the first half we managed better the game. After 10-15 minutes we start to have more confidence to create chances. We have our moments. In the second half I think our brain is thinking more to keep the result than to try to create chances or to keep
Paul Labelle Pogba our United States of America and also World Cup no opo nani akonhoma odiatudam say or believe pa the Taranga Lions of Senegal Amukuta good squad Nenem the France national team no ever winning against Senegal and your Paul Labelle Pogba I mean confirm Emma Senema dos Santos Jr. Onya available for Brazil Emra Omni Haiti ebo omu second game in the World Cup now of course Senegal who omu young Jumade pa working hard, sir. Gamer, at France, and including them, about Team Abanti, about come, Oyerepa Radio, so not Yacham, the Taranga Lions of Senegal, Sadia, fast a training ahead of France Gamer, Tuja, and then not Tunisia, young from Tujam, say, help Renat, and I'm appointed on, Sir Amen Manager, and for Emma Woman, Egypt coach Hossam Hassan, and I did to just send Ukraine about Afcon for 7 times. Amaje na World Cup for 8 games in the World Cup. I didn't at the Amam I'm burying just a game. I was some Omutimim and breaking some bad record num our 2026 FIFA World Cup num Senegal coach Papi Thiaw. I see a lot of respect for the French national team. I'm more good players again. I'm ready to face France and then Didier Tabri Joba or this could be Africans' turn to win the World Cup. Or say, who World Cup now? Ekosuna, watch African teams no official Africa. Yansu Mreni, Emreway, and Yansu Betim at the World Cup no be Oko Jurgen Klopp Asuya, wa bought Mohamed Salah Gali. Now Basom on say Enra or ya sis Emma the Egyptian national team. Emma Nema Koye at the Mamuno Babrante Basom with a Motimba or Dana Day. Now Okon some foot from Capo Verde goalkeeper Bosiha. Na ose Ukrainian no osubebre sense osuanom one ne nananom ena etena enti en camera wenom abepe senka ne nanam due to visa issues ne ma me antimi ama etika nananom e was stadium nanka amo ehwe no na ade bi si o World Cup no visa na odie bon fadel to soma me wo hu Capo Verde mano making the World Cup enjoyable and fun. Capo Verde mano who they said you way and who ball game new year na amabo draw no nyasam ketwakra Oyerepa TV we aye kevet manom yentie bi nhwe bibra. Abusiam visa on arrival. Capo Verde mano, I will say $25 to $30. Nyasam ketwakra. Oda yen hwe de koso na yen enjoy de na omo eye no. Enti now Oda woni kokopiema mamenko Senegal and France game num the 5 African nations are Amasha Le Boost ahead of the 2026 FIFA World Cup on himself 2002. Amurusu 1-0 to Senegal and after 2009 na a international friendly. Womo Elusu 2-1 to Nigeria and now 2010 World Cup South Africa Eshomu 2-1 Tunisia. 2022 World Cup group stage amushomo 1-0 and friendly matches na amuboya 2026 imwa amushomo 2-1 that is Ivory Coast. Linus Scaloni and HMC Leo Messi are you ready for the World Cup and shape them our show for games womo abebom na Luis Felipe Scolari and I say Vinicius Junior catcher and say abesha 6 goals our 2026 FIFA World Cup before the match against Belgium. Mohamed Salah and Egypt national team no bompaye na amumpaye na amuboy no homo kinkan the Holy Quran emra na ombabewura pit no so yentie before the match against Belgium. Mohamed Salah and Egypt prepared by reading verses of the Holy Quran and praying. And see, and a desk so now I'm enjoy now I'm Germany. Thibaut Courtois ready. Thibaut Courtois only Omar Mamous Eshaye after the game or Omar Mamous Jesse. Yan shady course.
I want to come on the goal. I will take it out.
Toby Adibarant and I say Romelu Lukaku Minama bowling goalie Adeka Kenra Obama Baye and Belgium national team. He needs to start games for the national team.
Like you said, first to get him fit because now we got 25 minutes, something like this. That's good, but maybe in the next game we need more of him, and then it's going to be a little bit a big risk because he's not match fit, you know. And then other players need to step up. Everyone expects a lot of Doku, but he was disappointing as well. Second half was better when he's playing a little bit more in the central role. But I think we need Romelu, but the next game it can't start. Maybe next game 45 minutes.
Enti eno aya Toby Nensema odi etudwa did the shom e dey atudwa say Senegal for na omukuta strong squad ɔmo team no kra ɛyɛ ɛkyɛn 2002 a wɔn ɛhyɛ France ne bom ne team no ɔmo kae saa defeat ne nan ɛbɛ revenge kɛseɛ ne nkurimdie aba ɛde ama team no Brazil. Amo ye cautious about Rafinha. Ningi mo anise Rafinha enra. Amo ye group training no. Amo no kwa koje baby. Eye ni training die. Eno aye die few toja ene anopay. Mami front to just Marcus Rashford officially returned to Manchester United. Openwa this release clause no utua na fe watimi afana Federico Chiesa se obetra na waye adwuma ede ama Liverpool eno aye de tese Madrid edi nkomo kismet still or option at the Emma Madrid Bobo Konum. Ivan Juric and so by manager at the Ama Monza and no a difficile anum by the sea. Now for today's sports actor so with a boss player team na ewaha na in the meantime your team come on with Mackay Herba Center. Mackay Herba Center. Your team come about here bar na show no actor so live on Oyerepa 100.7 FM. Mackay, good morning.
Good morning.
Said you are fine.
Anopay,
you
anopay dear, yet chia tearful na. Yada eradiase, enim se anopensu ya tearful na ho eye. Yabada must say some majemre na mo babeti ye Mackay programming so. Anopay, Mackay Herba Center for ye kaimo say. Say, oh yeah, oh ya rebi ewa so. Say stroke ewa so. Say a prostate ewa so. Say liver problem be ewa ho and say kidney problem be ewa ho no ma. Fani nyaba be die Mackay Herba Clinic na yentimi entu ase emfama. Mi nyaba ma say wo Jones okwano say problem be ewa ho. Say wanya prostate say ya de dro ben ato be mamu ana say aye cancer so ni nyina Mackay fo say fabra na fabra be piem ewa Mackay Herba Clinic na yentimi enhwe entu ase emfama. Say wo hepatitis B and I say infection be adochromika infections and I chemu say a syphilis any gonorrhea no any Mackay say obetine takra e de amount enunti say or how be a yare and I say nipadua no eho atechima bi na say bibi enkoyi a fani nyabra be piem e wo Mackay Herba Clinic na yentimi entu ase emfama say low sperm count be e wo ho and I say minuaba say wo fichi kwano wo problem bi e wo ho no ma Nina fabra be piem na yentimi enhwe emfama eno achi so se obi ohonoma white and as candidate si oba no adokro no pay ye obi ohonoma o se media no atena me so 15 years obi ohonoma 6 years senia ache ewo hu bia no Mackay fo se o de ba be piem a ye behwe atu ase e de amount emfa nya faduagro esanse oba bi ohonoma oba wo no bo se akwala oye innocent child no bo se na nani sabio I problem aba ho ni nyina aye infections a atena wo so ache na ekokofa sa niam wenum nyina edeba enu nti ye ka ni se ya emubu enua enwu wasum na enye ene mekọ otena mekọ tutumi ka na bra be piem ewo Mackay Herba Clinic na yentimi emfa ebibiduro krogen emfa entu ase emfa emaw Mackay Herba se o peyechi akwan a na telephone number no eye 0243 356185 eye 0243 356185 oche ofreyanya de won bia no ye no eba twetwe ho nkomo se eye clinic no ana se enuru ahodo ye de aba adwaman so no ye de oba twetwe ho nkomo na afei bibia wo ho no so so watimi aba bepiem na ye nso yatimi aboa papa payi ye tie simu no na afei ye kai wo se eye enuru tatahwe ye de aba adwaman so wona aso ahwe edi adanse e wo ho na anopa ye gusu aye bo ho adaru ade kira wo se ko na kokope Maxigo Herba Mesha eno na eba bedu akadinamu se efa enamu yaremu wabone a ede ehaw eba betena oba anase minua be masonko ade na we ene wate de ne se Mackay Herba Center for say ye de Maxigo Herba Mesha ede aba adwama so ede amount se ne ade bia ye kire mu no se oba se wo ho na se sabi ote enkabone bi efi sabi wase eba ananso se wo ho ensuo bi efi wakosi akuma ni mu eba na ni nyina no wakọ akọpẹ Maxigo Herba Mesha ekira kwan na wonso atimi adi aboa wuye pa kai na hya nenso se sa yar enam yaremo waboni omo ha adwen pa ye se to da bia wo behunu na wo hye wonsabuase no wafiti kwano ebia na eye 7 days ana 6 days ana 5 days emwe ababedokro wo cha wotimi ema eniema esesa afe wo bonse ewo mu a na untimi emu wonsakra bie obi wo hono ma ɔse ebia 5 years ni kura no omu ne nsa obi wɔ hɔ no ma 6 months ombu ne nsa obi wɔ hɔ no mo nso a ɔse afi mu ona ombu ne nsa ni nyinaa no so wo ma saa yare yi etena wo so kyenko ade a ɛno no ode baba be piem ɛwɔ clinic hɔ ne atimi ahwɛ ɛde ama na emom sɛ wo hu ensunsuaso a yɛ ka wa na sɛ nsɛnkyɛ ni wenum ɛda di wɔ nipadua mu nko ade a ɛne ɛnam ahonya ha na kɔkɔpɛ max go heba mesha ne no nom sanse o ma no etena wo so ɛcha ɛmoawe ɛbɛ ha wo pɛ yie na afei watimi de infertility ɛba na awosɛm infertility na mekyerɛ awo problem na ɔkɔkɔfa ɛde abraw na afei wo nso so wo hyɛdɛ mu na wo nsu na wo kyini asɔfoɔ so ɛnso so na ne nyinaa ɛyɛ ɛnam yaremɔ abɔne a wohwɛ woyɛ nhwɛ ha na wo tena hɔ ɛma wo no adokoro wakyɛ ɛna akɔkɔfa saa yare mu nyinaa ɛde abraw afei nso so sɛ wo ha na wo tie mi a topic nso etimi ekɔkɔfa ɛde ba ɛno nti sɛ yɛ ka ne sɛ ya na ɛnyɛ fadi agro na yɛ pɛsɛ yɛ kyerɛ wo sɛ ɛho hia yie pa sɛ saa ɛmoawe ɛba bɛtena wo so a ɛhawa ɛde ba no ayɛ na ɛso ɛno nti kɔpɛ maxigo ɛkyerɛ kwan na entimi endi wo akagyina mu afei yɛ telephone number no me de tu dwa biem ɛsan so ɛwɔ screen ne so sɛ wohwɛ na wotwerɛ na sɛ ana sɛ wobɔgu phone so na wo wura bɛfia bɔ fa wo phone na twa egu wo phone ne so na da hia dem no won so watimi afrɛ ɛyɛ 0243 356185 ɛyɛ 0243 356185 fra number no na kokɔpɛ adre achi kwan na wonsusu kɔpɛ bi na to ɛno achi nsusu sɛ wo pɛ bi ɛwɔ adwama nso a sɛ wokɔ tenatet herbal a ɛhɔ ubenya bi atɔ ɛwɔ sofolai abonsa kɛseɛ na se wokasa wo pɛ tenatet herbal a ubenya bi atɔ wɔ hɔ sara nso ɛna kolinak wokɔ kolinak a ubenya bi atɔ ɛwɔ hɔ dani herbal nso so ɛbɛboawo na wanya bi atɔ sara nso ɛna misty herbal ɔmo nyinaa wokɔ ɛyɛ ashtown ɛne kewa wokɔ hwehwɛ ɔmo a ubenya ɛyɛ makefo enura yɛde aba adwama nso no ubenya bi atɔ sɛ wo akra nso a wokɔ angel herbal a ubenya bi atɔ sara nso ɛna kɔnɔngofoɔ nso ɛnkɔ ɛyɛ polina esapon wokɔ polina esapon hɔ a enura yi nyinaa ubenya bi atɔ ɛwɔ hɔ adwusofoɔ nso ɛnkɔ kdn herbal ɛno nso so ɛwɔ adwuso ɛyɛ dwakɛseɛ na abronsan no so ɛhɔ nso wokɔkɔpiem wɔ hɔ a ubenya bi atɔ na atimi aboa wo paa yie afei kai na hu sɛ enura no wo no no sɛ wo no na sɛ eduru baabi na uhu sɛ ensankyane na ɛda adi no sɛ uhu sɛ abrasia na eduru kyɛ sɛ eduro no ɛyɛ adwuma engyai eduro no nom ɛmoa no mom na abra wɔ nase ɛnu nti kɔsoa na nom obi wɔ hɔ a ɔnom na uhu sɛ ensankyane a edi ɛwɔ ne ho no ensankyane no ɛkɔpɛ anasa science no ɛkɔpɛ symptoms no afi no so kɔpɛ na kyɛ sɛ wagya aduro no nom tɔsoa na kɔso na no nom na entimi ɛmoa wo pɛ yie ɛno akyi nso so kai na hyɛ no nso bia mu sɛ onom no na no ho kafoɔ ɛnom media nka mɛka kyerɛ wo sɛ woyɛ ɔba ana bɛrima a wohyia nanko adeɛ bɔmmɔden asɛ wobɛnya nnuro yi bi asi wo nkyɛn na atimi aboost wo immune system ne da sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ a wokɔte saa ɛnam yaremmoa bacteria si bia ebetumi aboa wo na wo nso so ɛnam sɛ immune system no emu ayɛ den dada ne nti no na atimi ako atia ɛmoawa no na wo nso so bibia atimi ayɛ kama ama wo ɛno atimi nua bɛrima yɛ sɛ ɛnsansan bi egugugu wasene mu hɔ no ma ɛno nso wobɛkɔ akɔpɛ bi anom hwɛ na amoa ankwankodi amoawa no antena wo so ankyɛ na ankwankɔfa low sperm count amfa amrɛw sɛ ɛkɔduru saa mpɛmpɛnsoɔ ne deɛ ɛneɛ na wode bɛba ma K herbal clinic na yɛtumi atu aseɛ ɛde ama wo afei nso so wowɔ hɔ na sɛ wobɛama mu ɛbɔ wo pɛpɛpɛ wowɔ hɔ wodwo nsɔ na sɛ wobɛama mu ɛhyehyew wodwo nsɔ na sɛ wohu sɛ ɛnsu fitaa bi ɛfiri wobɛama mu ɛɛba ne nyinaa no na wode aba bɛpiem ɛwɔ akɔpɛ maxigo aduro no bi akyiri akwan na atumi aboa wo papaapa yie your telephone number no send ya yɛka no ɛyɛ 0243 356185 0243 356185 na entimi ɛmoa afei yɛkɔ ɛyɛ gasmic herbal mixture nso ɛyɛ ɛdu papapa ɛno nso make herbal center for akɔfa ɛde aba na ɛno nso so sɛ wɔ yɛfuru mu how bi ɛyɛ ɛmoawa bacteria si bi aba betena wo yefunu mu wa tutu wo yefunu mu tokuro ama sabi wo yefunu mu nyina ayekuro wo hɔ no ma wontimi ndidi aduane krampo enye wakono wo hɔ no ma sabi anonko akra no etimi ade ɛyɛ anum kankan ade ba esanse udidi a aduane no entimi endigeste na aduane no egu yam enu nti edura na dwonso a na wo tempenten kwa na waso wo yam eye wo ya na ni nyina no wakwa akɔpɛ eye gasmic herbal mixture ekira kwan ya telephone number no with two dwabiem eye 0243 356185 eye 0243 356185 afei sa wo pe adre bi ekira kwan ya yese kwanangofo enkonko piem ewo Paulina A Sapon ubenya bi ato tinatat herbal so ewo Sofolai abonsa kase na se Qualinac herbal Dani herbal Misty herbal wonyina ewo Kewo ene Ashtown ehonso ko piem abenya bi ato ewo ho o wa Accra nso a okọ Angel herbal ehonso ubenya bi ato ajuso fonso enko KDN herbal onso ewo ajuso dwakase no emu yade mu besi ha edamase
right yeda Make Herbal Center for ase na yatoa so ede amamo ready milk tea premium cocoa coffee extract ena yede aye your flavors no mienu your coffee any chocolate flavor na ready milk tea no esan kwan afa so aye ninti no aya meka se uhia bibia eno ani nso hia odi begu so ya package ne kama ena yede ahye disposable cup mu enti uhia cup ena achese wakohia bibia eka ho ebi se milk enso ewo mu dada odi nso hia gu so a wakanum de odi bebo so no eno ejina waawo so ready milk tea the papa very rich na yede authentic coffee any cocoa taste no ena aka bom de aye makasa anopa u breakfast eno ena ewo se onom program be fi anopa nkrofo be didi eno ena wo se ode serve omo anwumre omo a ompese omo twa bev ansa na omo da no eno ena ade be mo omo na omo anom kama Kumase distributors near miensa Feeding Ventures Nanaya Enterprise and a Don Candy stores Mechanisano na wafa numbers no e wo screen no ase and crying the Lord has done it enterprise Atakwala Enterprise Bet Abi Enterprise and a Mola Enterprise eho and a ubenya ready milk tea ni bi na wato e de akofi Pepsodent say World Cup bre defend the year na defense a wo bono ne se obeboss ne ho ban na wo hwe sede na no na se no akeved for defense o mayire ne pampe pico ni dini no eti so de president e boss ne ho ban eboa e ma se no enya ahoden na ewie a etwetwa ntokro bi amoawa eba ebedi emu agro president say World Cup edition why special president edition a pebi never etwiusin na onso afa esikitwe ene wanum nsem no ho ka no World Cup Pepsodent every smile matters Bosomtwe Community Bank PLC menemo kase ya annual general meeting aye AGM no ahyase ewo St George's Catholic Church aye wo kontenase utie mi anope oye shareholder of Bosomtwe Community Bank PLC na unya ndru aye AGM na se a tutumrika na fo ani chirim ewo ho kontenase St George's Catholic Church 10 a.m. ena ehyase eho ena AGM no ekoso na ye ne sa no financial statement directors and auditors report ye be declare dividend ye be elected directors ye be appoint a new external auditor ye wi na ya consider special resolutions and so ede ama Bosomtwe Community Bank PLC enti tutumrekai na fo ani chirim ewo ho na ekoka ho me shareholders no kanjina energy drinking water alkaline water pH level no ewo soro de bi e ka cho say ohwe na ensuo a wonom no engineer obetumi anya pH tester no ebi uto nsuo a wo de fa bi som wo di som na kala ebeba no enye purple na ese nsuo na enye papaginom enye nsuo a ebeboa wo kanje ni nsuo no eno ena me ba cho ya fa alkaline ne ye de ye nsuo so aye asone so kama onomo a ebo liver o kidney ne wakoma ho ban onomo eboa pompi moja yie e onipadua ne onomo a eboa ede ahoɔdenneɛ ɛkɔ ɛyɛ red blood cells and white blood cells no minerals bi say calcium magnesium potassium ne iron ɛwɔ kangen and magic drinking water emu Brema UGC Tafuni Road Abaru Junction Lizzie Hotel ɛwɔ Santas Roundabout Pakiko Stadium ɛna Sumankwa Junction wɔ Ashton hɔ nyinaa kɔ a nsuo ne pii ɛwɔ hɔ 0241449191 0241449191 ɛna 0507379474 Ubenya Kanjen in Sunibi na wato. Amen Scientific Hospital, the best alternative medical hospital ewo Africa. Yade bia no DSC no. Brian Yasue, ebetu ya de krase e de amount. Yade obe share fidiem, afidie no be yi ya de krono e de apie. Na yade enu ni bi aka. E onu makoma kwa de onu na ya. FDA age e de atum. Afa oni mo bi o yare stroke yade. Oni mo bi a waware mfie pi onyaba. Anaso oni mo bi a yade kwankro e da ne so a tutumrika na kwaka che nipa kron se fa wani kirem ewo Amen Scientific Hospital na ombeboa omoba ne sa ibetu ase e de amomo Kumase atwema tachiman kwada so fo ase kwan so na Amen Scientific Hospital ewo enche boga wa bibia ni akra takra de tamale atebubu nkoko sunyane ho sahwede bi so ene hoho ho nyina e branches ewo frɛ 0277 001234 0277 001234 now the Amen Scientific Hospital atwetwe enkomo afei Bash Digital Satellite bono de bia me kwa minya complaints ena no pakra mihia Mr. Kwaten wase o solo nkrofo na de ni minya bi hwe na say Mr. Kwaten Jebash number na frɛ no ono na ma decoder ade be matches ni nyina bi na match bia e World Cup mu 104 no Bash Digital Satellite ni decoder no ebi e wo so entino frɛ no na je odie o fie na ball ni bedru na TV a wo hwe atekwa Bash ena match no ewo ni decoder no eso game centers hotels guest houses restaurants individuals mon frɛ Bash na monje mu decoder ena no pay ya said e be ya wo betumi e de ahwe World Cup no ebi a report junction ship mo ho ena Bash ewo 0556 287757 0556 287757 ene Bash enkasa Grow Fine Herbal Tonic mojadro onum Grow Fine untumi ni di obi o lose appetite aduane besi wani mo a untumi enya ho hwe obi ho oda ena anajo be kana ni aguso saa kopim saa de be chen obi o sori anopa no wate se nipadua no ayemre dodo ni nyina Grow Fine esi ne kama oba menstrual disorder absence of menstruation excessive bleeding any painful menstruation we nyina yo hawa obu nsa e de brel o menses ensisi so moja etu dodo eya opa na onemu abra wabu nsa no Grow Fine adro no na NCC emfama vitamins ewo Grow Fine adro nimpa entu numu a unya ahoden ba bi eto no man Ghana mu benya Grow Fine adro ni bi ato digital herbal clinic Kumase amakom runabout Eben Bank of Africa 0244596532 0244596532 Grow Fine makes you grow fine. ABA Herbal Clinic Sofwata Sofo Rasta ABA no never try ni yade bia fako ehonomo glaucoma cataract syphilis long short sightedness ABA Herbal Clinic ena omo eboa eyi ni yade ni nyina ase etua ase e de free the amount menstrual disorder prostate liver any kidney related diseases and also ABA to ase Kumase doma kwada so dwuna se main market echewa doma inkro Ebenezer Preschool eben appear could be cold store and afe kaswa ehon a new branch no ewa Sofwata na watwi or kaswa or jimu nyina no asamo yare ewo Millennium inside adade last stop Millennium inside adade last stop ABA Herbal Clinic 0541565199 and 0502812161 any ABA Herbal Clinic in Dinkomo na onto any adena say.
Thank you very much. All right, so COVID is at the one just in
Belgium for wages no.
Belgium.
Belgium.
Now so they near Spain.
So they near Spain. Let me they near Belgium. And I'm share England. And then I'm share Belgium.
Why are they? Why are they?
Or Ghana.
Oh, okay.
To Ghana no crowd no. Embu creation. By the kind courtesy of Embu creation.
Okay.
It's actually you be do anamo chinga krakra. Say una o lunch here.
Onyo mi say.
Una o lunch here.
Onyo mi say Embu uti.
Send the ECB fata wono. And na ma for ni abe.
Oh, okay.
Our mo frefre so mo pebi.
Okay. And someone mo kika fa zakito so aba.
Oh.
Hey, on the days omzo easy na. There's some of Ghana how they would do. I read. I'm just one in there because I'm here no. But for him going na 10:40 na anybody broke up on come.
Tama. Government of Ghana sues Canada seeking reversal.
Sue. Susan.
Some of them court to the sue. Ghana they for court to Canada.
You appeal against their decision. And there's a sue. Over so called and was set in Mrama own to be appealing. Now the facts for Fraba, and that's what they are saying. So one, two, Abrantian
court to the sue.
And yes, lawyer for Nessa and both. Yeah, me and cancer my man who appealing. One, but they also uncle Krum and Koyon one idea. Your man Ghana and Aswan, so guarantees be an happy beer. So bit made the bonny be or as a security arrangement a bit me. Two, Crona no team now Momo since a message or Crumon and Amo. Passport the crown or the Spain, nay, man's United Kingdom, no, you know. So you are stating facts such as man bass in BNC. And yes, you be any but Ghana and sue Canada. With the Wadar, my mistress, with the son and mistress.
Come me then now, okay, what can I say? But me them say, would be court to the was court your court see.
Obian a new court to be out.
Oh, I'm the court to
say appeal, no.
I'm the court to better so Ghana time 2 p.m.
And they appeal, no.
Into a say in Chibia,
no more quackoti.
Not better than about one thing.
Me as I appeal, no more quoti.
In that appeal, no one is you are better than your appeal.
Okay. If you assume, no, I mean,
and I still know.
I be young found there.
Canada for deny your prayer, sell money welcome, and yes, and Tiasi.
Zanabasa immigration who appeal and they don't go court.
I don't go court.
Okay, they assume.
Yes, you,
my dear too.
They don't go court.
My dear too. My dear too. As in be a bang one solo. Oh, no, I can't.
Now we ask him about who say, I some new court number.
Sue no America.
But as somebody walk court. Now court your Yanko Bungru.
To go court you will sue be on.
Me the men tell me so be no be court to be ano. Nkrono mokobo.
Njawari for me no wa no.
Once back was back.
No mo cause mo yengu aware na mo.
So go court.
To was sue no.
What the make court? What make gina say adakam.
Okay.
What's the meaning of sue ni dia answer ba for asam no.
Meaning of sue no say.
To sue means to initiate a legal proceeding or file a civil lawsuit against a person or organization in a court of law. It is usually done to seek a legal remedy such as financial compensation or damages, harm or a breach of contract.
Why bantam the Tobo? What judgment? Oh, Ben to what? Yeah, oh, so home bound. Okay, the Mr. Moon say in this case, so compare. Minimum so compare visa and farmer. No, I appeal. Me boy. Until I make us say visa, me give you deny visa now appeal ya. Say you are still seeking the remedy. Say no say sue.
Somebody say normal sue na dia.
Okay, and then go voice you go for. Babo, according to Zakito Nesiasiano, you are right.
Oh, they're born again.
Was it to sue means to any can the Zakito kind, you know. Against a person or seeking, she decided to sue the manufacturer. Oh, minimum just sue, no dear. Be no be you. Oh, now sue no my yard before I count.
Now you say you're both. Not for both power.
Monsieur. Okay. And any education, just say Ghana sue Canada, according to Bafo. Okay.
Ghana two swing according to Bafo.
So now the buyer na you say. Ghana sue Bafo. Yes, you are.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh dear,
yeah, sorry, so now we know. Tama.
Me dem mo bia me susu.
Tama.
Sa ya ti na se na o se me say ene obey for one. One man is ga goji o. Oh, they said they only come here. There's already only problem.
All diplomatic channels are being used to overturn the case. And Tama, Honorable Fedam say all diplomatic channels are being used to overturn the party case.
Okay.
And also so Hono Yaba, na Yadi Kaho, na say Yako and
the answer, and I'm was a pattern of this and most in
the yet Mumuni say paying Commoa Foreign Affairs Ministry, no, and the Sports Ministry, no, and Canada and Penny for the DD, no. About 2 normal transfer, there's the chances say
there be chances they night. I just as we speak now, case almost you Canada, no. Case on
better Ghana time 2 p.m.
Okay.
Area. So
na Ghana for no be call Canada time be.
Ghana for no could do party na
in Toronto.
Omo we are near the ayi. Omo di asem no we are na ya pe chartered flight am
party. Let's see dipima na ya flight the man no dey call. Chartered.
So he was training
with
them.
Na say commercial flight.
Yen charter on nko flight back.
Some years of distance.
USA, Canada,
they be about $20,000, you know. Na say any America e bo say nye bini ya we be sue Canada about Canada chrome. Hey, and we sue God no ska ketwa. Afa broni lawyer, anaka na ni na edi. Yeah, man so there's all chance should be ready for money.
Ono mo na 18 ya wo the island ono mo. Ibi ano mo no.
Road. Say account no kwa ho.
He said Omoja no hotel.
They left 1 or 2 guys around.
Some penko for mom guide no.
Mo ko so mko eren. Hey, and I support Ghana for ni bi o man go adwuma ni bi.
Oh, say Ghana for the bibre o.
Say untimi nja ono kwa o sa. I say uja no with accompany or somebody too.
Yes, some people should be around him.
Okay.
For so many reasons, Tama. Some of them
maybe other people. Now we mo tono and they have their guys around. So
oh, of course, yeah.
They will not be part of, but I'm taking care of. So it's possible.
Tino, and also so and no now. Yeah, Tama, Yanko a year, 3-year contract signed. Has loses on Toma coach Enin. Now, Tama, information I picking say Christopher Enin, Anope was signed contract at the Amaport City. Has for Alpha no was so there. Now so why Nyantum Ama with Niache Port City now.
Niache City.
Christopher Enin has for man a offer but one Akwaji positive for them. Was Noble House for Port City. And also so and also well other Port City. Almost I intend to the local market power Tama, but they no be back. Coach Samuel Bodu, Coach Samuel Bodu snatches Baba Yaya and Saka from Kotoko. Tama, information picking say your own Bodu. On also jiga, what Chelsea Kotokum. He said Baba Yaya ne or for Baba Yaya ne Saka di Omako.
Ediana never no.
Oh, so the coaching now. You say had
man go create here. Me just said the Monday ne one Liverpool na epe omo. Enye coach. Nje Ediana na epe omo.
On say Tama ya say players no. Play abrocheful players nyina. Go on they want to speak to the coaches.
So the coach will recommend that I need the following players. You go across club no make say no.
But we mu dey
mam ye nya ne te say Boadu na for me ya Aduana
ene Aduana Chelsea Kotoko
Aduana ana nya ntisie so obi e fa player ntisie sen ana zanom gan
omo fa Saka
ya na niema no bi wona ya na ko fa omo ntinsie
Baba Yaya
the coach is interested in this players no I recommend them
team no
I recommend my team na then the team will also follow up and see if you acquire the contact Kotoko if they still have contracts. And said Diana TSC Kotoko ne Boadu TSC Kotoko
almost the same
so be anya bi op say I can see nti obi antinsi baby obi e fa de orebe boan
na some obi e fa players me no dia what TSC move
players me no say
na some Baba Yaya know a key player Kotoko last season
and the Kotoko has the right to say yes or no. The contract ended. We be any. The be no got it. The be any that it to there. Uni ham bro. That's a pass. Oh yeah, Baba I can't. Baba I send the contract end. My men's one bro. No big of be as what yes. We over the track and talk. Yes, what yes him. Plan a contract and the pen. Or this him way.
Saka so contract end.
I saw him in Nentissimo. This is about Bentissimo.
Eti tawa yeba the other players the keka hunu nyina de beba bodu players a okofa Shokan Mohammed ananya Mohammed ne friend Shokan ene ades ne keka hunu nyina no Shokan last year no amofo na kotokofo ni prigidi no o bodu neko odneko
Thank you very much Zach. You are not captain the Kakre Banza. One Fabiama. Okay. Now, something here, pan, and I send as a party, Ghana for intimate go break will be Cromumra. Yes, Anaka.
Not me free, say, to Anka concentrate on the game, Nanka. Yeah, but then, my son, how Ghana, the government is taking the case now. I am in support of it.
Okay. And run away.
I don't know the details. Okay. I think I'm. But I don't manage here. Asante good for no or boise for no concern on my reason.
Concern. Why not cut anyway?
My reading bit and pieces.
Where is the document? My friend upon my bus away. Yes, so much cut away.
Oh, document. I think
I am so we cannot speak to it. What just say?
We also say these companies.
They almost the same as 7 minutes.
Free say Anglo Gold no. Abandon or more responsibilities with regards to almost social responsibility to Obuas, Adam's mine. The Anglo no air mine or Massaso. And the specific name be a yes or more ye at the mat or mine, not Adam's mine. And now what one free say, Nancy, if you say a call from some buy, or more your money, especially almost sporting facilities, on free so call for stadium to the state any the best
and they call from buyer
Anglo operations call from and now almost back and don't buy back almost free and never yes or more year hold on money in some call who's as a result of that and a football club to almost Adema will be so so all this and a man no free say almost train Anglo for no I can say, I idea so much. Because this is a must, and something that
now, are you aware of the agreement as of now?
I know for the recent ones, the old one, and
one and need
and one of Beyonce. So you are mining on their land, and one or an Anglo knows no a operation in the call from you move no matter for. So what I say? Operation the
they are not me per se. Me be and science and ma conclude. For instance, let tenwa or matrono bit my boy am at because they are not in Tiasi and say, are they asking them to do those things for club ya bay? And I say, Omo catch almost say, because in him say, born no more bonwa or mo do baby no. Born koi. In that case, no me any responsibility towards any club.
Yes.
No team biampo ni wo and the club has just come. Minimum say any arrangements are a war club no more ban some do more officially to tell them we are back. Was a season best starting mark and also me no money. So, I have not read. You get the impression, say, they are not even talking about this club.
No, not at all.
What I say?
Yeah.
It's not me, say. So, if you are so fortunate to have a Premier Division club now,
and now they have the club.
So, let them know, is it about this club?
Not directly, but I dance mine.
The youth association.
One.
So it's not about sports, Anna.
Oh, sports related and other things. But we almost call sporting side. Obviously we call sporting side, but it has other implications. Fine, and not directly to Ashanti Gold FC, but say Oyerepa link clear, they are going to benefit indirectly. Indirectly they are going to benefit. So even though more Ashanti Gold all for same and two, I want to believe we say, and also assign I reignite or more of was minor. Omo adwene was animal who was
young comrade, and when we get the people say in a bit me boy my say but I cry cafe adiano and your club we have some no monka.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Your club directly. But in the really club the benefit is, so for example, they are talking about almost sporting facilities like Ofori, like
Ofori normally
how they training grounds for
this is club and go training
this team training.
And then that's one more cutting we ask him.
But Modi, who's a year can't say name Modi. You can't say, maybe I shan't go 04 year by.
And you can't manage difficult too. Because you see, almost team now, almost not say, ah, na almost Diana. That team is now defunct. You knew as almost lower the baby. Now, there's an individual who has brought a club. So it's up to him to go and present the club to them. Now, for them to accept and say, no man carry any man the amount.
But that's all corporate responsibility, no. And tension I don't go to form team and sana or my developing a football pitch for
now I said they are not
undertaking football pitch in their home.
I don't say deteriorating. Deterioration now.
One a training was it say?
04. I shan't go.
04 no your mondia. I'm going to say, no belongs to an individual.
Yes.
And it is up to the individual to present the team to them. They say, me team to Mukuman, and I'm the call was here. It just said, I was an Anglo good, every team, no, because I bear dance Mandia. So there are certain things in a Kratan Mumbitrium.
I think you're chairman.
What I say, Kratan Bitrium for us to get a better understanding.
Sure.
Oh, me go in him say, oh, for no anyone a dim como.
Okay.
For them to be accepted.
Okay.
So, until I want to understand, you know, so I'm the bar. Go for no right from the word go, no. Or more gravitate, or more push you, or more. Say, mom fire and say, they are not back on the tiano.
Okay.
But it's up to their management to accept them. No, I can say, okay, Ninja, our dance man, they're near your ma. Yanum, your besi, he be mam.
Okay.
All of this letter can. So, young who letter, and I yanti, I say, yes. Okay, Zach. You watch it.
No, they're fine.
Not numbers of force to the team.
Sir,
Like it to Manchester, no one and Mudiana individual because team and I'm going aha, more Joseph. Zaki to Manchester, no one. And this is Diana will become commanded, will become Benfica more. Or call Chelsea or call Tottenham or call more. No, oh, Mr. Sandy, any different from the Mobile because I'm more Real Madrid. Only the Anantis out. That into the young corner.
We are Man United forever.
Timukas, I did was easy man.
Oh, now, sir, I'm more appointment in Chimuno.
Aha, Jemu. But are you falling in you? And into more. Melan was on to live a glass now. Kuko crew money at the end.
I think I remember the reason why they appointed Rubin Amore ahead of Oliver Glass now. Milan for Nimbas or Muchimano or Macha and Kaka.
Okay.
Sir, Milan, a good system, Nina. CEO go through Moncada, then the best sporting director, one million of Pomina, because they want to make Milan great once again. Timpé for na tenase no ana mo same so to one omuntim pam players ni nyina mfiri Milan e be free on pack no be free wo then they do small addition so the profile of the players no they have to go in for the coach that will see the profile of the players that Milan have currently and ma shortlist number na
profile of Milan
players and next year
because also or call with why profile of Amorim.
The immediate coach who left there was playing a 3-back system.
Okay.
It's a system now who players how
they used to know.
Coach. So one, the short list Oliver Glasner and Ruben Amorim. When the Milan boss sat down, interviewed and listened to Bibiano, said, one.
Bana Glasner were any much
No, but
in terms of CV and everything. CV achievements.
The report a free meeting as a buy. So after all the interview and I don't say one. Ruben Amorim, Milan wants to play productive football, attacking football. From a bay football on my board recently. Who's recently defending? Now, we share the profile of Glasner and Ruben Amorim. Amorim tray back and attacking oriented tray back. Glasner they are no defending more. So Glasner's tray back no any Allegri and a pair. No, they want to leave the shadows of Allegri. Bringing Glasner, they go back to Allegri. But Amorim tray back no. At least this season, last season at United, they saw the real Amorim in terms of how United played proper attacking football. At least they saw him in all the board meeting now Milan for you.
Okay.
They need proper attacking football at San Siro, not defending once again. It will share Amorim profile at Sporting at United last season. Almost the be. The three back on a three back that's or attacking one, not defensive three back. And again, our track record of winning league. Who was say Sporting? Who was Sporting and Yafua last season? We went to check Sporting Lisbon. We just team no choir. Last 2 seasons, Oje League no Amorim for no chim. Who said he came to United midway? Amorim chimu. I don't feel the man coach no. I don't know the Oje League no. Last season, na Amorim no.
But you cannot win league every year. Intend the Nkase only win to no man league.
Oh, sir,
team be no league every year. And Nkase, they did not win the league. There may be other factors.
No, sir,
Oh,
Portugal no. Sporting is a third force. They are not noted for winning Premier League.
And Amorim called the league how many times?
You understand?
What do you say?
Twice. They are not noted for winning leagues. Portugal no. It's already breaking the dominance of Benfica and Porto. If you don't understand Amorim's job as Sporting, last in Ushomo, you understand that this man did a very good job as Sporting Lisbon.
So did he do a very bad job at Manchester United?
No.
O build on some principle. Chiana was a semi. Obe so chess Okoya Obi ba ya wa me ya de no. Enti kire say the building Roma Besen. That's my understanding.
No, me put them in court.
But sana wo kan.
I'm focusing on Amorim. Ejuma
o na me ka say obe so hu adwuma o ye ya. Hwede Okoye asie. So I say Okoye no.
A reference to people easy say oh Portugal Oje League and Yashi. And I'm making example say.
A
winning league there if you want to know how difficult it is especially with Sporting and yet Benfica or Porto.
Into atiase into Okoye no kra kire more kra say ne je den.
Edin pa.
Okay. Them just o kasa dia. Then we go to Carrick. Next you akwa kase.
Say
adwuma no man here den Carrick by o man be here.
One man here for e man Carrick.
So obi take you over no ultimate san bibi dia. Yeah, say adekro.
It also almost say now look at it. Almost say they appointed him because of the tactical flexibility and the line.
Board meeting now.
Board meeting me more points now omo here no.
Now you dey nya we nyina board meeting me la adibuni.
Abi owo. Ba say
okay.
Tactical flexibility, that is number 1. And almost say again on pass on revamp until find a word revamp for us.
Revamp. These are words of the board.
Boss, yes. He has tasked to revamp the squad to make them compete at the highest level once again. It's no way.
Okay.
Before you entrust
on the man glass and
they won't mean yet. So before you entrust your team in the hands of someone to revamp. And the land where do revamp, but I need a
revamp means to make over,
okay,
revise or renovate something in order to improve its appearance, function or structure.
So my Amorim so me our Milan. It's enigma ketwa. But almost share Glasner any Amorim. One or second of winning league. Glasner on the league.
No man Glasner so Nema winning European titles. On Wadi European titles on 2 different occasions. He's won the FA Cup in England, very difficult to do. What the name of compare Obi Oji Portuguese Liga. So they similar board for no one when name no you.
There be almost say he's a defensive coach.
What are they or they are 2 European
trophies? And they like immediate idea. Ne football no. Yeah, short term idea.
Then a short term.
No, who says
now was so where that's about
who said the style of football no. And yeah, you for datching.
Now I'm already football. And
then say he's a attacking minded coach. He develop players or style of play.
The one who develop one more Manchester United. Acquire what develop players have turned millions of pounds.
Auto why?
Eze ni Olise ni Hwahwamo. No one acquire more Mutonia Scabebre ni defender your call. City Nancy, my gay mo. And who makes him like where do I
Arsenal? Queda any product. I
say we mo di
omo. Boy, Nuno Mendes. Players Mendes, Nuno Mendes today the best left back in the world today.
And the best
Nuno Mendes
and the best right winger in the world today, Olise.
I no Olise.
No,
he made Nuno Mendes from scratch. Glass never, Crystal Palace. Okay, Olise, okay, free kick no shine United. Olise no, Olise no.
Oh, Zaki to
Olise was Olise.
Nuno Mendes.
But also, you can't Nuno Mendes.
Odi saying
on the picking from scratch.
Odi how many years was Sporting?
No, he played for about 2 or 3 years.
Meka Mukoje Amori. Odi saying was Sporting.
Oh, about 3 or so season or 4. I'm not sure.
The unim. Katre.
No, me sure. Yes, so it's board not
now. Glass and I there. Just say Amori.
I'm onion depend Amori when it comes to
quick grab you on World Cup now for you.
So Iran are crying. I'm say they went to USA without no federation member.
No, they can't accompany them.
No media. Technical team no coach no. Be bring na na amom visa manko. Eti na your coach no nko ane 1 or 2 guys na captain the team no ko yen. Eti they were not happy. But I'm happy that they had a draw. Unse ufasa trouble so mu a. Now you are able to still be tough and get sa so munya and na. I was happy for Iran for what they went through. Egypt, upon all their dominance on African trainers, you know, the World Cup, so far they've never won a game at the World Cup. They were in 1934, they were in 1990, 2018, and then so they almost had one very important win against Belgium, but for that own goal now, they won one draw. No, but I just think that I like their tactical, because I will show game now. They on my Belgium will say yes, they are omonomo air ball no. We say just a game that one-sided. Egypt that the ball not emma. They were all had their chances, Mamouche and everybody had their chances. Like a BI game. I like the way so far the African teams are playing. And kudos to Egypt for yesterday. That important, Munyano. And like Cape Verde and your draw against Spain. We say people are talking about their style of play. How many countries, not even the sad teams now, a plus Europe or more. To team men and Spain about on defended. I've listened to the argument of Cape Verde, almost style of play. England, Germany, Holland, Obia, sad teams now, Europe or now. Yet he said they are the big guys. They defend against Spain. Nobody and all the courage to go toe. So you can't do that with them. So you don't expect Cape Verde to go and play toe with in Spain. Tactically, they were very disciplined. Getting draw against Spain, a signal to your other opponent. Now, group, the big guys, bigger man, and Spain. Spain and Shell. If you are able to manage and get other good results somewhere, you qualify for the group. I think, tactically, I like their courage, I like their discipline, not giving Spain any chance. One thing I beg them to do: Spain without Lamine Yamal and as any Nico Williams are not threatening. Bono, they pass a lot. Eti say Lamine Yamal and Nico Williams to go and watch Euro 2022 how they won the Euros. Sorry, 2024 how they won the Euros. Say Oshe, why am fast winning Euros now? It was Lamine Yamal and Nico Williams reducing numbers. But without them, and I didn't to share the small minutes now. I mean, about park and so no, young difference no. But kudos to Cape Verde for that wonderful performance of Medellin to get that all important point against Spain. And then we have Senegal. So far, African countries have to do or matches. So far, many top European teams now are at par. And I'm moving bang. Back Senegal, Ivory Coast, and my friend Morocco. These are the 3 African countries that to Oman Bia they can go to any country today based on the quality that they have. It's Ivory Coast against Ecuador. We've seen Morocco against Brazil. Today we will see Senegal so against France and see the kind of quality that they have and how they can handle the star.
Okay, Africa then.
But so far there, your mind and Sabia, they can go toe to toe with any team in the world today.
One more.
Morocco, Ivory Coast, and Senegal, based on the qualities now.
I think Cape just went toe to toe.
No, Cape Verde, it was a tactical plan. And I
don't say toe to toe.
No, I know the toe to toe now. You know more bubble. Don't maybe I bet me. The more be I bet me. You know more bubble. Morocco have it.
Okay.
Ivory Coast, I will be.
That's why Egypt proved that only Belgium toe to toe.
No, Belgium. Me based on the elite European country.
And Belgium is on there.
I don't see a Belgium as an elite country.
Thank you. Ejedi.
Mr. Otuo.
But Ghana, are we in court with Canada over Patadian?
I think it's Siki and legal address or redress.
Our court.
I don't think, but I think you'd be chaired by a judge. International amount for
so an independent judge.
I think so.
And I mean, we say, court. Your court. I saw court there. The judge is independent.
Judge in America, you know, I catch Canada for some Canadian immigration.
But and your court.
No, say I'm funny. Say a hearing. It's a more mild opportunity to come and explain reason why.
By in your court, and that
it depends on how you understand it.
On the maybe. Somebody has brought
conventional court.
No, your court. Your court. Yes, this is I think it's an immigration court. And I'm a court. Edi immigration. This legal thing that came in the morning. Obi mami input say. Are we in court or we are seeking an appeal? Say they refuse visa. Now person you appeal.
Nyamena boy and a Canada for okay. Someone say I'm not Canada.
The Ghana to Ghana. About on mind to my government to government. They are a different.
Say
to say you refuse Obi a Ghana asumano visa is not like an individual. And you know, abide to me engage. Uti okujo to so no more minister, foreign minister and engaged. So Kofi Adam can also engage as sports minister. Who's a basana?
More engage here.
Discussion is elevated.
To almost so okay. Masamina Mokano. Let's give you an opportunity.
Also, no opportunity. Yes, we know we power. Yes, we know we power. Oh, about government to government, yeah,
no, Mr. Tovia, ye plead to the Canadian government.
They would take the tone of your ministers and they are pleading.
No, they are pleading.
Oh, but have you listened to them? And you're pleading. No, so Catcom said you don't have the right to deny him.
You don't have the right. Second, I see you don't have the right.
Oh, about diplomatic levels, I won't even get me the
if what they have done, and they are not my when it comes to travel arrangement, a part of the immigration system, that is their law.
But your law, we may have some agreements with you. Ghana versus Canada.
Okay, based on Omumrano, Omajinamrano should be a denial opportunity to enter their country. Okay, then ebi o minor will free mono, to say Thomas Pato free Ghana, and I bind if oh, Pateni Asman is on Koya Jumama. So let's engage the Canadian government. Now you have opportunity to home bet me allow.
But the point is that we are telling them, say, what you are doing is not right. Government to government, almost bet me about what you are doing
is all right. You are not ready. There's not sitting down.
Oh, no, say you better argument. International diplomacy argument. You better argument. Say reasons somebody deny Bezano. ye ne mo nya adwene. One, ya na ya soma no. And your fear is what? We can arrange other things with you.
About
government to government, you cannot take an entrenched position. Same here, Canada, they maka. Because Canada may need Ghana somewhere.
Yes.
Ebasa, yes, you ain't mean kase. Yaka. That's the point I want to establish.
That's why yes, sir.
About common sense and other things should prevail.
Diplomacy, you know, and I bet you.
But yes,
you know, now we are going to argue.
No, you know me argue. Now we argue.
No. So only that's where we are going to understand.
Exactly. So we are going to argue.
Yeah, they free sir.
I'm just saying, couple match.
Oh, some of
argue with them.
A federal court.
Not Ghana, I Mama Thomas Pate.
We are telling you that what you did is not right.
Headlines in the captain.
Government to government.
A federal court to hear Ghana's challenge after World Cup player deny entry to Canada. That's the headline. This is a newspaper in Canada and a report.
Okay.
So Ghana Air Court Federal Court.
Ya sumo bi so omre kuma me di juma. Ye o me di juma. And one man kwan yes there be untimi nya sa. Nti anya chopa.
A judge is scheduled to hear an injunction application seeking to overturn Canada's decision to deny entry to party who is awaiting trial on rape and sexual assault charges in England. So a judge is scheduled to hear an injunction application seeking to overturn. The moment the judge granted overturn
the decision of the immigration
to Canada.
Don't go who am bobia o. You know mo twen. Come to mama twen.
Ba ye ka won for ba video here because o dey for diplomacy no enya adwuma.
The
relationship between Ghana and Canada.
Me no me no tuwe na nka ye refuse ananza Canada na akopie no.
Oh dey kasem no.
There is no way. Say ka obetimi akodu sa court okro uni nkwan. Buy a bind to a bind tin e ka chom say look. What are your fears? That's what the judge will determine. The entire person say oh case pending. Yem pesa say suban whether so different na odi bi baba.
Yeah.
Then they can have arrangements. Because you go ball. Mo na mbe be dey say mbe World Cup.
Yeah.
Any aba na nye Ghana na decide say mfe enko Canada. A FIFA arrangement or the to Canada. Your vice captain no. And I'm so wasem. So Ghana will make a case. Not judge na determine case.
Okay.
But say you couple match or the review. You
cover Canada lawyer ni na kudi as
na. Na say they are Ghanaian lawyers in Canada.
International
There are a lot of Ghanaian school or
Ghana embassy. Definitely have lawyers there to handle it. Handle it.
Do the
But one good thing about one club, they are extremely happy about Morin contract signing with Manchester United. Or financial benefits to Manchester United.
Okay.
The new arrangement, you know, is say player be and a coach a free club will be now we try the compensation now. As long as Nipani Tiffy will be triasa, compensate Nipan Benya. By the moment to Benya Juman, unja entria. There be.
Oko will be a Juman.
Oko will be unja entria. Rather, they will check the new amount of all GCC. You know. The man said, initially you were paying him 1 CD a month, think Tiffy Abusumi be arbitrary and 1 CD. Okwaji Ajuma for 50 pesos. You pay the additional 50 pesos.
Compare say one in a contract.
Yes, 6 million. 3.5. So United
Milan volume Jomo.
Yes.
United will be
naturally United will be paying naturally United will be paying the 6.5 but now that Milan ibe 3.5 they will deduct that from it. Then at the end of the month now United will probably pay 300.
As United so mumfa.
3.5 million. Milan will pay him. Whilst Milan is paying him.
No, but once Amoras agreed to forgo his sovereign
United,
yes, to accept.
Let's honor the United.
No, or the 3.5 nature more.
No,
then he would take the rest unless if you or no decide say on GBM or forgo 3 million pounds or euros a year. No, I forgo is
Amorin ne glass na. There never Milan fa a proven European winner.
That's a strange one.
Because Milan is an European club.
That
club
one,
are there
to get back when it comes to
yes.
European.
Now Obi Onim Cup do Europe. Majana
twice. Europa League and I did Europa League and I did
Grassman wins Europa League and president say ngwa.
And the level.
Milan na okọ no. Omo second to Real Madrid. Omo Champions League na
But say
omo.
Enti na the Oma Company on onim. Oh, apart from Portuguese league, onim heje no to.
Na we onim Champions League. That's not what you Champions League.
What the European Cup?
No one else line. Esmina is looking at the Champions League.
Oko Crystal Palace no more Champions League.
David.
They no more Champions.
It me ka be see asem so.
Be similar ehwe no. Amorim onim hu.
E do mu free say a long term project. Omo ni be ye.
Long term project be.
Odo mbeko Odum league je.
No long term no. Onya long term bi odi adi European trophy bi da.
Oh, he's young.
Oh, I see. Wait.
He's young and a lot of
ne nana no ye for.
No mo do kra mo koje e mo se yenye ka bonye e fan kan.
That's a good one for Manchester United in terms of the difference. In terms of the differences. Let's see how things will go. I think that life have given Ruben Amorim another opportunity.
So that's why I go for board resolution. It's similar board meeting or can country.
So I think that's a good one for Ruben Amorim. When you have a second opportunity, Milan no major European competition. Peace of mind kakra. They say ebe how or be take advantage because Otuo or call no anko flexible there na so be issue. Obe jan kwan Milan with the record of kicking coaches out, not like Manchester United.
It's a big club, yeah.
Milan we have because this year. Omeja Gattuso, Omeja Inzaghi kwan, Omeja Allegri kwan. When it comes to coaches,
na papa madam for na go crown.
Purely when you the bottom line is if you're on a corner who shows signs that you are not the man for the job, they are not going to keep you there for long. Indeed, life is giving him another opportunity, and I hope say he can grab it. Italian league, technically.
It's a bigger club.
Yeah, it's a big club.
It's a bigger club.
Yes, that man.
How come
another day? They say the news coming is that Roma will go for another centre back, American, and now they've settled on 3 centre backs: Slotterberg of Dortmund, Bastoni Inter Milan, and I say Ruben Diaz. Sa defenders me and Sawi and a more pebako. Eddie Ababe count. Into Ruben Diaz, Bastoni, Slotterberg. Slotterberg got 50 million euros buyout clause, which Madrid can easily activate it. After that, they will move to the middle. They will move to the middle for a central midfielder / defensive midfielder. Then on the left wing, their plan is to go for Hendrik. Almost using as a right winger, left-footed player as a right winger. And they do see what can't Madrid for and say, "I'm finding a center forward." Or never be bought. Be far fast one or cutting him. He's still building the team, and the players need to be super cool. On say turn out you need to let go some players. So more on that.
The more kind of the better 10
approximately Madrid can go close to 7.
This is also 4 as a 5.
4 na better.
And there's one be 16.
There be 3 or the baba. Same as center back no. Obefa back. Or fa back one back.
No the Hendrik Swaba.
Hendrik na so feel loan.
Who send the crowd back.
To play our back.
What's half
Hendrik not na the ball right wing. Left-footed player on the right wing. Then a midfielder and a center forward. At most 3
and the
players.
4. There's a waka 4 no.
No
center back.
Hendrik so a player no
back. You can't more Morino at your back.
Oh, player wa ko loan no back.
Now the Ebim Kolo I am mama. He's coming back. The Morino is bringing him back.
The make up.
Obena Morino cast on Penasako or Mebenako. So Morino, you say a 4 about 4 by account. Hendrik Beba. Centre back back.
Central midfielder.
Central midfielder. And so the striker.
One centre forward.
1 centre forward. 8.
Nico pass in the omba. Nico pass in the Bonyamba. To walk out. I think one thing is clear. you need to understand your opponent and design a way to stop your opponent. It's very clear on this particular tournament. And one major credit I remember Kevedi for said how they were able to hold the Spanish team for 90 minutes. I had my doubts. On said they had a problem with the ability to control the ball when they win back possession. In Tina Momuntimi string 5 or 6 passes. I create any attacking threat against the Spanish team. And that was my fear. Because once the defenders are feeling too comfortable on the ball menu, and it will increase the pressure. So I felt from the 70th minute going, they were going to break down. But one thing was clear. The Spanish team lacks a lot ahead of this tournament. And our bench was Nico Williams, Danny Olmo, Lamine Yamal, and Miguel Moreno. These guys did not add the necessary impact. And I mentioned they did not add the necessary impact. Problem number 1. The Spanish team is successful in the Euros with the false 9 system. But Michelle World Cup first game now, the default setting of most teams against the Spanish team now, the false 9 system, they will need a much more intelligent player. And in my case, it should be Dani Olmo. And I say boss our position. Because the intelligence of Dani Olmo, his ability to help build ups, and his goal scoring presence, I was switching. And now almost 45 minutes, not near any meaningful touch. His movement was poor because the Spanish team had Gavi, Wambon Homodimbia on the left wing. It was poor. I felt that now in 2010, Omoko World Cup also a similar system. At a point now, Ubenya, Xavi Alonso, Sergio Busquets, Xavi Hernandez as your midfield 3. Xavi Alonso, Busquets, Hernandez midfield 3. No boy Iniesta. Oh, left wing. Nebu was Amau, Fabregas, David Silva. At some point in time, it has already dropped Fabregas, no about David Villa. And say, oh, Shemwa, David Villa had a lot to do in that 2010 World Cup because Fabregas, Xavi Alonso, Sergio Busquets, Xavi Hernandez, Iniesta mo combine. Now attention no konwa. Once and now David Villa stealing the spot from your blind side. No the ball about to atrim. Into Nipo was DNA kakra is Dani Olmo. And that's why I think Dani Olmo should start. Maybe Dani Olmo new operating from the left wing whilst the midfielders are doing their own thing. Problem number 2 is Lamine Yamal clearly we need much support than the Noah Kakrana Mihuno. And no the energy nearby. His take-ons was spot on. But one thing that I realized is that Ochiba Akumienua, a player that will move well over Pasiaman was not there. It was an ebony baby corner. So I cut it in here. So no more allowing the freedom to move to his left foot and shoot. Because to the fitness in 100%. And that is another problem for the Spanish team. The last problem for the Spanish team is that Fabian Ruiz, Pedri, any Abranchefen or Rodri, these are not good goal scorers. Cedro baby name we had here, and so midfielders near Momo to go.
And that's Merino on the goals.
One has 7 on. Womo to Osha. How many goals will Pedri guarantee you in a season? How many goals na Rodri de Bemau? How many goals na Fabian Ruiz de Bemau? Etusha Nkona Misoto, Omutimiji Bone Dada Omoa, they can't shoot, they can't strike. And Oya Sana, Omania comfortable for the opponent because send a Quebec for boy San will be able against Spain. So De La Fuente were Jumaye Misoto. You need to sharpen certain edges to be able to survive. The African countries are doing well. That is something we must put on paper. And now Gabriel Agbola Hall. I'm going to talk sports. Can't say this is my name for Kwemukura. I'm still Spain, but my kid bed 7. And also about the mentality that you be a slot to my Africa teams, you know. I'm about to go on the but so far the narrative is changing. Yanya Morocco going toe to toe with Brazil. Though there are question marks about the Brazilian team, but it felt that Morocco had the upper hand in terms of even beating Brazil than Brazil Morocco. based on born here.
Senegal will go to with France.
Now you Egypt. Tiajina with Belgium. Say everything that you want about the Belgian team, whether their golden generation is dying or not. They are a giant when it comes to European game. Yeah, you top 10 European countries ever World Cup. Yeah, Egypt, Tiajina, and we saw the game. Yeah, okay, Ved, who is out of the top 10 when it comes to African football? Though when your qualification there, but the traditional top 10 teams in Africa, Cape Verde in count.
Okay.
But on Spain, number 2 in the world. They were just lacking some few things, and just come my surprise.
All right, thank you.
So far, Yahoo Cote d'Ivoire between Ecuador. The only downside was South Africa and Tunisia. Tunisia was a complete disaster against Sweden. But there's still promise in DR Congo, Ghana. Based on the team there, how they are coming out.
Ghana.
Promise around the Senegalese team.
Ghana. What?
No, Ghana, Panama, we should be able to see.
Okay. You Brahman, what could the Ghana deal was that was? What's your band? You okay.
Mamenya kaka. Kofi Zakitu. Yamfa grass na. Ne because ne boy time. Na Morin obebo oba Manchester United no. Ye hu bo papa bi obo no Manchester United. Ne akasa Morin boy fechen grass na. And on him say the only time they spend a full season in the English Premier League. Every season, no. Crystal Palace with Grasner, they are 10 points ahead of Manchester United with Amorim. Yes.
So over twice.
Yeah.
Amorim when you full season though.
Oh, so be year movie season. No. Not Grasner the 10 points. And then
this is a red time or baby.
I don't know we or the FA Cup.
Yeah.
But we are in trophy. Yeah. Certain. And I offer the two coaches are. Remember the main point reason why Milan call Amorim instead of Grasner. Offer Mumie Noa. We free Austria, we free Portugal. Omo any opportunity to move out from their country to coach in different leagues. Grasner coach you Germany or coach you England. Amorim free Portugal, we coach you Manchester. Enti a bad the what me I sell outside the country. Grasner is better than Amorim. We're winning Europa League with Frankfurt. You cannot win the Champions League with Frankfurt. But to win the Europa League with Frankfurt, you to say, if you are fan say, my main team be out, then boy, you are not the Champions League. My man tried to find a team. Yeah, what the fan say be a Dortmund. Dortmund club, but they be our so it's a say. Now the Nakwaji, the other Crystal Palace, Akwaji trophy, European trophy in the club history Munji Vida. And Osha clubs in the standard now, they are not grade A traditional European clubs. Frankfurt Ometia obey F, Crystal Palace Ometia obey Z. But Obahon to watch outside the country will prove say on your coach or Tinikumu or any member. Amorim's story need to say the two. He won in the Portuguese league with Sporting Lisbon. Yes, did so well because a come far so yes Sporting Lisbon team. Na ye team and no be asha o coach we there ye man a chance or a chance will beat me aye. And over England and will fail here with Manchester United. Until outside his country, the two outside his country. The only job I want here Manchester United no. When Timmy anya adwuma no.
But one failure na.
Oh no, one failure then the Pamono. Amorim was not sacked.
Never sacked because of results.
But he was sacked.
Yes, but Omar Barada talking about Amorim. Oman permanent because of results. He had a fallout with them.
Oh, Casano.
I have fallout. No, let's say this.
Amorim no the first and come back Pamono.
Or the first I know.
You can other top 4 man come back Pamono.
Top 4.
You to other top 4 man come back Pamono. He was sacked because of performance. They had argument with him how the team was set up and the kind of results and
it was about player.
But who's all kind of na Obiawa. Captain Ungasa.
Between the two, Omo any opportunity to move outside their country no. Grasner actually say Onimejuma ne Yecha Amorim. Moving to Italy to coach AC Milan. Zoto. We are coach in Germany, we are coach in England. Omu mienu nya coach in England pen. It's outside their country. So who coach in a liga. Hardliest to build a club. It's the first now. Zoto, the CEO will wake up taking sporting decisions. Ebe Abramovich baby, no be taking decision. There should be a structure in place. They were looking at two structures. One Air Leipzig in the German Bundesliga. Okay. The first year na Mr. Milan pen for the director of football role was Ralf Rangnick. I will coach the Australian national team. Omu engage Rangnick. Omu engage a bedroom point bin Rangnick say. I see a day total control when it comes to taking football decisions at Milan. Rangnick, the two coaches. Jeseli, the former Salzburg coach, Oyerepa, and then Grasner. It's in Milan because they were engaging Ralf Rangnick. Normally Grasner here, I agree. They are not kind of beside because on another Rangnick, I recommend them to become his coach. Time a move then for Milan to accept proposal Rangnick Diabano. Then they move to Marcos Croce, who is the director of football at Eintracht Frankfurt. So the story of Grasner with Croce or Frankfurter. So they had issues on how certain players were sold and players don't be replaced. No full quality players based on players to Toma Fihono. Eti Croce benya upon because Rangnick is not coming. If Rangnick is not coming, so you don't go and appoint Grasner for Croce. Whereby Croce no, the favorite any Grasner. It's Rangnick at a point, Mizoto, Ejuma no so nye biem. Or accept so be continue on the job with the Austrian national team. And Milan call for Croce. It is a pesi nya Mizoto. The system well. We should allow the director of football to bring in his coach. And he brought Amorim. Say what the mention say. Eti Grasner was tied to Rangnick. If Rangnick was appointed the director of football at Milan, Grasner na kebe Milan coach. But Marcos Croce, your fan as director of football, then also so Amorim. This is the story. It's when your board same. I'm to a hobia. It's go visa keep himself. Say what the the other side Amorim the any young kone Grasner. Onu ni bebia. Onu ni bebia. On many bebia. Oh coach him. On many bebia. But na me jamela say. Na Amorim no ametumo. I want to lose 5 matches ebe pam no. But Milan lose 5 matches so to us supporter.
Oh, Kwajile.
So what the mention say? Etimidoto and recently Makasa Portuguese coaches from Aba Milan nyina no. So they failed. Paulo Fonseca, Sergio Conceição. Said the year was sporting. Say Conceição obu FC Porto. Baba Milan went me anye. Eti anye club okra we good history when they appoint Portuguese coaches. But the owner of the club has taken a decision. But one thing I'm happy to say. Finally, there's a system in place where the director of football will have power to take football decisions. Unlike previously. The structure is there. If Amorim ba no failure, oko ni akofo obi aba. Etinye 3 back sem and a players no Milan players no one mu profile 3 back players. If Amorim want to play his 3 back at AC Milan, then he needs to do a lot of changes when it comes to the playing body. E can who be na leg failure. Because when Waba Milan, your 2 most influential players are wingers, Rafael Leao and Christian Pulisic. You also more with natural wingers. It's Amorim Leao. Let's say Leao to one Pulisic to her. Now Zube coach Milan. Now the boss are 3-5-2 no 3-1-1. How will you use Rafael Leao and Pulisic? The profile there are not Amorim. This was the same. So this was a players to suit how a person born. It's Milan players, ninja players. I'm so too. Yes, I 3-5-2. Rafael Leao season. He struggled.
So you be Manchester United players they be on Milan. I don't waiting back could be no be to shoot the star. United boys no.
Boys.
Come on.
Why?
Also, you have favorite players there.
So you know, aha no me do to. Aha na nye ayi o. Enye
coach recommendation.
Enye coach there be, but say na make say the power no the director of football.
Okay.
And I said the technical director. On the power no one. So what me can say? Inti or setting up the structure of the club and how the club will even a better about our system no club pay. Who do we?
Obi a man ko fa na wie no.
Oh, e be come
some bad discussions.
E be come about the back.
Yeah,
you to yanko yanim. World Cup there be a lot of memories and you to yenya a single World Cup ye be boy we a ye make say game wey there be ma boda and show history in the history of the World Cup. It's here the me yanko ye chi bebre yanko the last World Cup. Argentina energy World Cup no it was 2022. By the time Argentina kwaji World Cup no when the shocking results at the World Cup. Saudi Arabia Argentina. Yes. It's World Cup be a bonus assist to be an my one shocking result. May I sure say yenwe the 2026 World Cup no. Shocking results are Ibenya no World Cup no. The Capo Verde. No against Spain. Because so what tenacity din na we share the two teams. Clearly Spain was too bebree. I think it Verde. It is a bit time because again, you have 7-1, 8-1. I'm so he's not wrong. So currently, the FIFA ranking Spain now on top.
Second. I think Geved is 66.
Just look at the quality of players or more. But ever back to how Mr. Two players, what type of players be Mr. Two? Omobuama games easier. Emma coaches. What kind of the European Championship? How Spain won the European Championship? And while Lami Yamanya a very good tournament. Okay. Say Spain a game. No more with one traditional winger. Let's say Lami Yama. Team will be on this Spain Biano. Will have a good day. Reason in say. Timia overload Lami Yama area to stop Spain attacking threat by using Lami Yama. But someone will Nico Williams. No more Lami Yama. The two are dangerous. The Nico Williams, at the European Championship no. So Lami Yama the name muri nsu bebre. It's Debiano, unti we say we do one side. Nico Williams a threat. Lami Yama a threat into a problem. Unfortunately for Spain, heading towards this World Cup, Nico Williams form kakra. Lami Yama suffer injury never. Dabe number pick up to give Spain the same performance of the match Spain European Championship no. Zoto yenim sa ada no. Then the tosu mienu Spain European Championship no. They won with a number 9 in Alvaro Morata. Once one show goes bebreu European Championship no. But he was the reason why Lami Yama and then Nico Williams sell at the tournament. After Alvaro Morata form no. They have tried to move back to the first number 9. Amu Yusu Oyataba. Mamizoto tournament is different from qualifiers. When you meet sides, to say no Quebec, Amuko on the low blocker, you will need somebody to be with them inside the 18-year box. Oyataba Mamuntimi Sadino. You will not feel their presence in the 18-year box or the 6-year box. That was what Navarro Morata did the Spanish national team. Eti when in your money beer and they Spain World Cup no mabano, bema boda. So mu share teams, no mu city deep, no more quick wingers, or more transition you good. Change the Quebec for you now. Everybody be a problem there must Spain, especially going into the tournament without the proper number 9. Eti Enra Mizoto Quebec capitalizing on the weakness of the Spanish teams. Anyhow, omu key players no, Lama Eba with injuries. Nico Williams and your good season, and they took advantage of it. Say, yen limited spaces. And I'm so mobile first, we know Yataba, or more 18 years and and Quebec forward, no more discipline. Would have checked throughout the whole game. Fouls or more committee, Menyas was able to do 3.
And they had chances.
Yes, Menyas was able to do 3. It's why they were defensive, they were also disciplined. there be PhD in momo quality no was so chain o hwe intaba na na nche dem so bebre we mu de nemu wa we mu de nemu
na yebo Keved
na Keved nya
quality ba onim the story of Keved no if we are seeing him you know the world doesn't know their story and how they are described as a team have in an image so okay Keved
yes I'm pass it through process
World Cup na omunya chance
second cup of nations
Ghana dey ehu omo okay we play them in Kumasi we play them Cup of Nations near there this is their time we take keep no story now okay I'm keep no say ne mame no be so den be anya scan to abesa
yeah say on say to players in their life it be command the woman and no money man no do stage no money opportunity to play the World Cup but no much they say there is another way to play against the Spanish national teams especially when they don't have their
lucky
okay
we are not Arabia na la me yama their far training chain
and top countries in no kakra bi na be defended like Keved to say ebia and Spain the ball against Germany will not play like Keved omo ball against Portugal it is Spain definitely be nya spaces na me so to omo dia hard kakra one top European country tournament to be share na me to mini GD omo ye Belgium mini GD or Belgium team individually they have some good players. Yes, Kevin De Bruyne anya De Bruyne of 4 years ago or 6 years ago. Jeremy Doku anya fine season at Manchester City. But how Manchester City set up, even their mode of passing to free Jeremy Doku. Yes, sir. And a Belgium team here. So to mention as you. Lukaku, who has been their key man when it comes to goal scoring, has struggled recently with injuries. It's a Komobo game almost started with Charles de Ketelaere as their force number 9. It's a Chelsea Belgium team to and yet Belgium of 2018 or even the last World Cup. The quality level has reduced. Into Egypt near 1-1 on any big game and there.
Step 1 about France, Senegal.
France and Senegal. But say football, so football no.
Why no?
Say football now, because about football.
Argentina,
how much? I say, I'm match no more boy. How much in 1 day? Football, so about football. The two
is a born or go so how?
Hey, 1 a.m. wasn't
now 1 a.m. Nobody I can want it.
That's one train.
The two France and Senegal. The story of 2002. Say, me Papi Tiawa. They come first to motivate Senegal players now. And yeah, about tactics. I come first to share France 2002. I brought France a bar. I be my boy world champions. France team we about World Cup. O form front line is OBS through. Otiti Dina. Hey, Olise na mene kobo. Ousmane Dembele, Kylian Mbappe, Ryan Cherki. Hey. Dize Ridio. We mo dey made na me zo to metimi no mabo. Yanko 2002. France about World Cup. Thierry Henry was the top scorer in the English Premier League. David Trezeguet was the top scorer in the Italian Serie A. The best player then in the world was Zinedine Zidane. Ntieba class and pedigree. Menya sure say edimu the omode be kura chain 2002 dey no. But Senegal show mo 1-0. Senegal team they go 2002 no. And the Senegal team here about the 2026 World Cup. When it comes to talent, may I sure say team we was reaching 2002 there. It's just motivation, letting the players understand. Say, you do ho stage now. You was say same to you do stage now. We can play against any side. It's and then you may. Remember when I'm here on group no. I'm a kind of office was say. One group here World Cup in you know. You call the run of 32 now. My surprise.
Senegal, France, what am come?
Then they have Norway. And our favorite Iraq.
Na Iraq for the same go for ban no go some dey omo bona soldier for dey.
Omo bona
Iraq for no. And omo dey bomb to International Promo.
Oh, omo dey say omo problem yeah.
Okay.
Because
but they can defend though.
Because Norway for to Norway.
France omo problem.
Norway nye easy. Senegal nye easy. France your favorite. But say France underrated this country sir. Why we are new group no can do any first in France.
4 points.
Luto and no.
All right.
Yam rich no. Na the World Cup man.
Yeah.
Na oni Nigeria for every. So some chance. Nigeria for very. No Nigeria there. Anytime Nigeria beko World Cup. Luto. They try. Almost try to not. You cannot. Who born now against Lionel Messi? And you go Shankwan Adu and to Messi. He can create from anywhere.
Another one you are in
I have a question. Messi, Bobo. I say my guy say your opportunity. Yeah, really, and you play or this Messi.
Sir, Tunisia has replaced some coach now.
I am not going to
Lamucci according to Papa.
No man to what got.
I did first, you know, 5 say African who call this. Oh, yeah, Yamakama come as no Coach. We're Sweden now. They have to negotiate the World Cup, come through a playoff. Number mouse have 5 and a half. So, but you know, a good decision. This coach is what is our form. What is our?
But we want to marry.
Oh, one team is married, but I think that we will not was I say. But so going back to Commander Yedi Aukasi on Commander, so Zaka almost statement no.
Okay, me said assembly. Say almost more consensus as a community.
Yeah.
And normally more consensus no. Now almost number we be say say deterioration of infrastructure or Obuasi.
Yeah.
Denial of access to school sports program.
That's what I make.
Failure to support emerging community football initiatives. Assembly abanom the control when common pesca
good
community expectation. Call for in terms of engage you peaceful engagement. And
Ashanti Gold FC.
But the main key is that almost the letter is not signed.
Oh, is it okay? That's another. But the undertone is Ashanti Gold FC.
Okay.
Because movies are abandon all this because the time makers and the last time.
May I to ask you? You also be your boss. We
call playoff. No, you call I confess I know final game on ball. And I'm who says Sanko would you know? Say almost free. Say that shouldn't be the case. Once the Anglo-National started operation.
And they have to get back to their responsibility.
They have to go back, and that thing is a must.
Okay.
Yeah, they are all your contract. Because it was all into mining and data. You know.
Okay.
I don't know. So you the Ashanti Gold FC will benefit from that.
Okay.
You see the point, no? So aside engagement, Anglo, say the worker say in your own satisfied, good. But the entire dance man, any handful, no.
Okay.
Attach once move with them.
Matthias here, Captain.
That's exactly.
Matthias here.
So don't say after we are not
and then highway or
and the highway or
you know. Young quiet.
So come
fine.
My shop skill drive conference.
Follow up, but time the time, no. Check the Anglo DNA, I know what latest. Captain,
My shop skill drive conference. I was here. The Atiana say, Yami Aya Duma, Yawade DNA, Anopa, non do pepe. Eduma for emotion on Sona conference, you could be a Bahame. Who could be a beer a quaffle from a Diama war. Phone, what had the yet TikTok, Empashe, Makakwa. Yeah, Chuck Quani Abapaso Ababa up on so. Now, we be any just uncle for who are papa, no corneto, no coin a juma, Nessican eba. The Atiana say, I am my shop skill drive, and I call for mobile app aba. Yatu redeem my shop mobile app, my shop mobile app. So, because Mumu, your Pacific Science Tianama war, Yawada, and Opanon do, it was Snake Conference Hall, a doom hayai, KME Hoa, and a snake, the conference hall, no a war. Now, the Atiana say, one met you a baby no a beauticians, electricians, towing car companies, plumbers, seamstress, any fashion designers, air conditioning installers, your painters, repairs technicians, sounds and organizers.
And we are here.
My shop skill drive.
Okay,
on Thursday. Good.
So my shop there.
My shop skill drive conference.
Okay.
Okay. Omo yes anwuma ya mebubo so.
Omo na dey app bia banana. Oh okay.
Anti eya wada.
Okay.
No mo koye santi tie na ma kofo ewo adum Senate conference hall adum kem eya.
Okay.
Ha ho ɛna ɔmo kɔyɛ saa ntete anɔpa no ndu 18th of June na deɛ tie ne sɛ ɛnsa yɛ ne ɛwɔ delivery companies for no ɛmka ho satellite installers mechanics mu nyinaa no yɛsɛ nyame yɛ adom a yɛwɔ dɛn mommra na akonya kɛseɛ paa ebi ɛntae ɛnsi biem na wɔn nso bɛtumi akɔ so mesi anɔpa no ndu na mba bia ni so koraa no a wodeɛ gbowura hɔ adwuma woyɛ nyinaa no akonya kɛseɛ na ɛde ɛbɔ ɛde ama woɔ Tenatech no yɛnkɔ agyina nsa ne ɛboa yɛwɔ Tenatech Malake deɛ tiɛ ne sɛ ɔbaa ɔmansua pɛnsu ne nyinaa no ɛbɛtwa yɛwie pa yɛwɔ Tenatech Malake no ɛboa ama atu typhoid ɛne ne nyinaa mu fever ne ti yadeɛ no atu ɛde afiri hɔ wo a mɔkɔtɔ Tenatech Tomac Mixture no ɔsa bɛdwane saa nso ɛna hangover sɛm no ɛbɛkɔ wo nyinaa mu no gas bi mframabɔne bi abɛgyina wo yɛ mu a wodeɛ ɛyɛ Tenatech Tomac Mixture yɛakae sɛ hayan capsules no wonya bi a ɛbɛbɔ mmɔdem ayɛ w'ani so adwuma ama ɔkan adeɛ a watumi akan before capsules bɛma bia waduro no ɛboa ɛberɛ a wɔne wo yere akɔ mpam no wagodie no ɛbɛfiri adom akɔ adom mu 0205 180012 0501 619871 Camel Natural Selection Shower Gel ɛno na sɛsɛ deɛ abusua biaa obiaa ne ne ma ɛne ne yere ɛde adwareɛ ɛhwam papa ɛyɛ King Dave Investment Limited ɛna kɔ obi man so ɛkɔfa ɛde baayɛ yɛse fa ketewa bi fa gu sapo no mu ɛbɛpo ahuro puka wode dwareɛ a ɛnka na ɛba no ɛhwam papa yɛkura 6 flavors deɛ ɛpɛ sɛ yɛka kyerɛ wo nyinaa ne sɛ yɛbibrɛm hanom no owidie bi a woyi so no ɛbɛboa wo honey and milk saa nso ɛna avocado and papaya yɛwɔ aloe and milk coconut and vanilla blueberry and lavender hwɛkae sɛ ɛyɛ bof kumase ɛne nkran namba ne yɛ 0243744855 0244371459 aduro ne yɛ baako pɛ bibini toma plus fatu ɔsa no ase wonim obi ɔyare ɔsa a ɛnkobusa no tɔ fa kɔkyɛ no ɔnom wie pa a ne ho bɛtɔ no asede ɔde bɛbrɛ wo no ɛni ɛyɛ 0541 337 816 Franco nie adepanie Samsung Nokia iPhones ɛne ho mpempradeɛ nyinaa no ɛhɔ ne yɛtɔ no TV to kɛseɛ gas and electric stove CCTV camera function monitor video anytime anywhere yɛba agya badwu adum old man konkofo clinic new kajetia hɔ nyinaa ne 0245316969 mamenka wo sɛ ɛyɛ power specialist herbal hospital wɔse nyame yɛ adom a 1st July yɛ hepatitis yɛbɛyɛbɔ ho ayɛ mmɔmmɔdem ayɛ ho free screening ama wo typhoid prostate and ulcer yɛbɛyɛ free screening ɛde akyɛ wo kwa ne nyinaa akyi no ɛyɛ fatty liver hepatitis fibroid kidney stone yɛde SK ne de aba liver care ntu ne nyinaa ase na nyɛma ɛnkɔnkan ɛmfa ɛma wo yɛwɔ takorade anagye estate hɔ no mu a kwabenya ACP road hɔ nso wobɛhu yɛn 0244 544 422 FIFA World Cup no wogu so fili commentary ne deɛ a atwema kɔ angoma Rapang PLC ɛno ɛna meka mfode ama wɔ sɛ hyehyɛ ne yɛ kama ɛno nti fa sika kɔtɔ 11 branches ɛne ɛkura head office no ɛwɔ pakyi number 2 number ne 0322 298900 ufro pa Seahorse engine oil your driver need beer here no diesel extra turbo diesel and also legendary classic